Welcome to this week's episode of Ferris in Focus. We begin our show with Big Rapids life. We take a look at Ferris State's own recreational center. Then we meet Meredith Haig for this installment of Bulldog Story. Then we get into a discussion about philosophy with teachers and students in Program Spotlight. Next, we get funky with Extreme, where we showcase Nick Robertson and his passion for DJing. This week in Countdown, tune in to see our top 10 Disney villains. We then ask you, the viewers, what your favorite childhood memory is on Ferris Asks. And we finish this week's Ferris in Focus by teaching you how to make your very own Crunchwrap Supreme in Campus Cooks.
My name is Ashlyn Ostrander and I'm in the pre-physical therapy program.
My name is Shannon Carroll and my major is pre-dental.
My name is Katie Carlson. I am a senior in criminal justice.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Smith. I'm a senior in forensic biology.
My name is Jake Greenfield and I'm in plastics engineering technology.
The rec center offers many things. They have a fitness center, the weight room, the gymnasium, the rock wall, and they also have the pool with a hot tub.
My job is to make sure that the equipment is clean and I refill the spray bottles and the full towels for people to use. Also, I make sure that the people are using the equipment right and in a safe way.
For intramural sports, we have basketball, volleyball, dodgeball, and many other things that take place in the gymnasium.
There's basketball, football, and volleyball, which is fun to watch because there's good competition and you can tell some people are enjoying themselves, so it's just fun, enjoyable to see.
I like the rec because there's a variety of things to do. You're able to get your cardio, your abs, legs, arm work in. There's a lot of machines. There's a different variety of things to do here.
I come here because there's so many different machines and there's so many different racks and so many different muscle groups you can work because of all these various machines and everything.
I enjoy the rec because there's good people and it's a good facility. There's good equipment. In the weight room there's 3 or 4 new pieces of equipment. You put free weights on them.
I heard about the rec by coming before my freshman year in the summer and taking the tour, and they brought us in here and showed us the weight room and the various gyms and the pool and the track and the fitness center, and it was all pretty cool.
I actually heard about it when I came up on my recruiting trip for softball my senior year of high school. The coaches brought me through and showed me all the equipment and what kind of workouts they like to do here.
The softball team, we come here about 3 times a week, spend 45 minutes to an hour here with our coach. We use the lower weight room quite a bit, and we do our dynamic work on the basketball court, and we come up here and use a lot of the machines and do ab workouts together.
So the pool is open during the day and at night there's open swim. But there's also lap swims, and then you can also take classes in the pool.
I like working at the rec center because I enjoy working in a fitness-related atmosphere.
It's actually really enjoyable to work here. You know, all my managers and the people above me are really friendly and they always help if you don't know how to do something. And it's just pretty inclusive. It's enjoyable and fun.
Oh, hi. Is this Geek Speak? Welcome to Geek Speak. I'm your guest host, Kyle Palmer, or Waffles Jr. This week, we're going to be taking a look at games, and you guessed it, more games. First off, we're going to be talking about Resident Evil 7. Enter the world of survival horror with the next installment of the Resident Evil franchise, Resident Evil 7. The game takes you to the Baker Plantation, where you attempt to solve the mystery of the family's disappearance. Better yet, take on the game with PlayStation VR for a more immersive experience that might even scare your pants off. Get your copy of the game on store shelves now. Next up, we got our movie, Logan. Hugh Jackman reprises his role as Wolverine in the upcoming movie. Approached by Charles Xavier and tasked with protecting an unknown mutant girl, he seems reluctant but willing to help. Let's see how the plot goes. The series takes on a darker, grittier twist, but still contains its comedic relief points that I really enjoy. I'm really looking forward to this movie, and I hope to see you at the theaters on March 3rd. Next up, we've got the video game For Honor. Take up arms in this brand new online action fighting game. Choose your favorite faction, whether it's Samurais, Knights, or Vikings. Battle to the death in an online multiplayer session with your best bud. This game hits store shelves February 14th. Next up, we've got the game console, the Nintendo Switch. This is Nintendo's 7th major console release. What is the Nintendo Switch exactly? It's somewhere of a cross between a portable gaming system and a console gaming system. It's console gaming on the go. This isn't your regular Nintendo DS. You can take the Nintendo Switch on the plane, on the train, anywhere you go. Perfect HD video games for you to play wherever. At the end of your portable gaming session, you can drop the Nintendo Switch into its dock and then have gaming right up on your big screen television. It's coming out on March 3rd for the sweet price of $299.99. The major release with the Nintendo Switch console has to be Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, with an open world that's almost the size of a GTA or Skyrim map. This game looks amazing. And that's all we got for this week's episode of Geek Speak. I've been your guest host, Kyle Palmer, aka Waffles Jr. As always, stay geeky, my friends.
Hi friends, my name's Meredith Haig and this is my bulldog story. Well, I did not do theater my freshman year, and that was an eye-opening experience. I came back my sophomore year, kind of starting over fresh, and then I saw auditions for the Addams Family musical. I knew that was what was missing from my life. Year after year, I've gotten to be so many crazy characters and different people. That's just been so much fun to me. Because you get to put yourself in the shoes of somebody completely different from you and experience life through their eyes. While I was doing the Addams Family my sophomore year, first show at Ferris, a friend of mine from the show dragged me to the improv club one Sunday night. And it was all these people I didn't know. I felt so out of place. They kind of forced everyone in the room at this point to participate in a warm-up game. And instantly everyone was like, all right, let's do improv together. We were electing people for the e-board positions. Everyone was elected and then we were doing improv and only one person went out for it. I'm like, well, this will be my claim to fame. So I stood up, no idea what I was doing, never ran a group before. I've never wanted to run a group before, but I felt like this was a good one to start out with. The improv group. Seeing other people grow as human beings. When I see it click in somebody's mind how to do improv and work well with others, when I see that happen with somebody, that is why I do improv. Not for me, really, it's for other people. My friends dragged me out to this open mic night, this poetry night. It just seemed like every week at poetry night, they got to bare their souls out to people and kind of say whatever they wanted, and they did. I like getting to sing in front of people because that's how I bare my soul for people. So I started going every single week. I have an excuse every week to be artistic. I love that. So I've been going most weeks for the last year and a half. And then one of the girls that hosted it, Jemiah, she was graduating this last winter, and Alicia, Cosmic Owl, needed a co-host. And so I figured, well, hey, since I'm here every single week performing, I might as well help run this. It's kind of the same feeling I get as doing improv. It's less about me at this point, and it's more about other people. That's what I live for, people coming out of their shells and going crazy. I like giving other people a good place to bare their souls. I want to play my ukulele, always. I want to play my ukulele 24/7, but that's just not practical. I just want to be artistic with all of my free time. I'm going to hopefully be graduating next year with a degree in nuclear medicine technology. I want to help people. That's why I went into what I'm doing.
Trying to get to the end zone. Touchdown for the Bulldogs! Turning uphill, leading forward. Into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs!
Be involved. Be focused. Be inspired. Be comfortable. Find your future at Ferris State University.
When you're in college, philosophy minors or even philosophy courses give you an opportunity or some time to explore things about yourself and the world, things you might be curious about that you won't have time for later.
It's a program that's a minor designed to help service majors from across the university. We've had majors from welding to College of Business to psychology and social work.
Philosophy helps you answer some of those big questions of what's right, what's wrong. Is right and wrong black and white? Is it a gradient scale?
I'm somebody that really likes to think outside the box and just in different ways. I like to counter-argue a lot or question everything, and I find that a lot of philosophers that I read do the same.
Philosophy, when you get down to it, it's simple thoughts that make sense.
We have a minor in philosophy rather than a major, and that works well as a complement to the majors that students would choose, whether it be psychology, social work, business, what have you.
Philosophy is a 6-course minor that has 2 main history of philosophy courses that are required, either ethics or logic as a 3rd course, and then 3 electives. And those electives range from things like Intro to Philosophy, the philosophy of sex and love, bioethics, as well as study abroad trips to various places around the world.
I've always had an interest in philosophy. I've always read, philosophical titles and topics.
I like philosophy because it's a good backing for my major, which is psychology. And up until about the early 1900s, philosophy and psychology were kind of one and the same.
The philosophy of sex and love class was one of my favorite classes ever. I also really liked ethics. It was the first class that I took, but the way it was presented was really interesting.
Most of my philosophy classes have actually come through the comm department. I've had a lot of ethics and responsibilities classes there.
I'm actually taking it would be like a capstone class. We call it a senior seminar for psychology students. And the first 2 chapters are just about modern philosophers because that's how psychology got its start. And then how it transitioned into psychology.
A student should minor in philosophy because it can help them be better at whatever the work is they're trying to do. But there's another thing about philosophy that's important as well. We kind of have the saying that your major feeds your family, but your minor feeds your soul. And a philosophy program is supposed to be at its core about thinking about who I am, why am I here, what the meaning of my life is. And asking those questions of ourselves and those around us can help us live better, more meaningful lives.
I've had Dr. Gray and Dr. Snyder so far. I've had Dr. Gray for a couple of classes. He's definitely one of the harder professors that I've had, but he prepares you really well. He's great. He's super energetic. He makes all the material really easy to understand. He does a great job of getting the point across.
Dr. Gray turned me on to the idea that this is something that's applicable to the ethical choices I make.
He's very energetic. He's all over in the classroom. He can project his voice very well, and he really reaches out to students. That's what really kind of made me want to take another philosophy class, was Grant Snyder.
So it's a nice sort of overview of philosophy.
Any philosophy class, though, is something you can take out of it, so I'd recommend any class that they had any bit of interest in.
If I'm like dwindling on what to do, I'll try to think about philosophically what I should be doing, and then that usually helps me figure it out.
Philosophy is really what can help feed your soul. And the bottom line is, it's the most important questions that a person can deal with in their life. You know, is there a God? What's the meaning of my life? What role does love play in how I understand the meaning of my life?
It truly is something that I'm passionate about. Doing the work for it isn't doing work, you know, like I look forward to doing it.
Hi, I'm Nick Robertson, and this is Extreme. I got into being a DJ. I think the idea started when I was in high school, my senior year. It was like when I first started to come out of my shell, when I started to talk to everyone. Well, it's like the end of high school. I started to listen to that group called the Ferris movement. They had a DJ called DJ Verman, and he had a little YouTube channel with him scratch. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I want to learn how to do that. I've been DJing for about 4 years. My onstage name, I thought hard, so I came up with many names and Googled them, and I was like, wow, this is a really tough conundrum. So I said that, I was like, hold on a second. So decided to go as Conundrum. How many events have I done? 8 large events. Others are just small get-togethers. When I started, it just kind of started as small parties and whatnot. I started in my dorm, just doing little random sessions in my dorm, on Friday nights, because that's when kids are usually active in the lobby. In 2013, spring, I did my first Turn Up the Good performance. I would say from where I was then, I thought I did good, but looking back at it, it's wow. I kind of winged it then. I didn't practice at all. Usually I mix rap and R&B with electronic music, because it's well, people kind of want stuff to be a little recognizable, because not everyone listens to electronic music, but it happens. I love playing dubstep, trap, even moombahton. The common misconception of being a DJ is what goes on in some people's mind. They think it's I'm just a human iPod. In a way, yeah, I'm playing other people's music, but I'm also producing my own. So before gigs, I would get a playlist ready. I'm how am I gonna open? How am I gonna close? What am I gonna do in the middle? How am I gonna change the tempo? What am I gonna mix into it?
This week on Countdown, Top 10 Disney Villains. Number 10, Jafar from Aladdin.
The universe is mine to command, to control!
Number 9, Hook from Peter Pan.
Now! Insolent you, prepare to die!
Lie, Peter!
Number 8, Shan Yu from Mulan.
Looks like you're out of ideas.
Number 7, the evil queen from Snow White.
Who is the fairest one of all?
Number 6, Ursula, the Little Mermaid.
All its spoils bow to my power!
Number 5, Hades from Hercules.
You may feel just a little queasy. It's kind of natural. Maybe you should sit down. Now you know how it feels to be just like everybody else. Isn't it just peachy?
Number 4, Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty.
Spinning wheel and die. Oh no!
Seize that creature!
Stand back, you fools!
Number 3, Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians. Number 2, Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. And number 1, Scar from The Lion King.
Scar! Brother, help me!
Long live the king.
Here at Mancino's Pizza, we believe in the best ingredients. With our freshly made dough and bread, you are guaranteed the perfect pizza. We also offer delicious pastas, salads, and mouth-watering grinders. Try our amazing pan or deep dish Chicago-style pizzas. We now offer gluten-free pizzas, breads, and pastas. Mancino's, a community favorite for over 25 years.
Television and digital media production
at Ferris State University. Hands-on learning.
Small class sizes.
Ready to take 2. Well-rounded.
Successful internships.
Experienced faculty.
Television and digital media production.
Preparing students for the future.
Probably my favorite childhood memory.
My favorite childhood memory. That's a hard one.
Oh geez, what is my favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory and why? I would say...
Favorite childhood memory?
Every summer my family would go up north to a cottage that we own on a lake, and I remember fishing with my dad.
Fishing with my grandfather out on the lake in the morning.
It was really fun to get some time away from the big city and hang out with my family at the cottage.
And just because it was a wonderful, nice experience.
Spending time with my twin brother. Out in the backyard, we had these little toy Jeeps.
Really simply just playing like Smash Brothers with my little brothers. Like, we always just had a really good time with it.
And we'd always like bump into each other and run into each other, and we'd do just a bunch of random stuff.
There's a certain like anger that comes with it too. It just makes it that much sweeter. But really, it was just always a lot of fun for me.
Going up to my cottage during the summer, it's just a good time, live on a lake.
My favorite childhood memory was probably building Legos and like racing cars with my dad.
My favorite childhood memory is trying out for the 8th grade basketball team. I wasn't very good, but I still made it. I was still proud of myself.
My favorite childhood memory was riding four-wheelers.
My favorite memory is dancing at my dance studio because I met a lot of great friends and I'm still friends with them today.
My favorite childhood memory would be playing sports with all of my friends.
Probably getting to take naps every day, like in kindergarten and stuff, eating cookies, drinking juice, and then taking a nice long nap instead of like doing math or something.
My favorite childhood memory is soccer, because I love playing soccer since I was 5 years old.
I used to collect little dinosaurs, so that would be my favorite childhood memory.
Playing sidewalk chalk and playing in the backyard.
I stopped around the age of 10 because it was time for me to mature a little bit, but that was basically my favorite childhood memory.
We retrained my dog. I had a puppy. We got him in preschool, and that's when my mom babysat her. So we would set up an obstacle course and train him.
I remember one time when I was a kid, I don't know if it was because we had a lack of money or what, but my birthday's on Christmas. And my parents, they didn't get themselves any Christmas presents because I was a kid. Obviously, I couldn't buy presents yet. But they bought me a whole tree. And at first, I didn't see any presents under the tree. And I was like, dang, and then I came downstairs on my birthday, and there was just all these presents under the tree. But they didn't have any presents for each other because they said I was their gift or something like that. So I just have that as a fond memory.
Hey Bulldogs, welcome to Campus Cooks. My name is Macy and today we're making Crunchwrap Supremes. For our ingredients today, we're going to be using ground beef as well as olive oil and taco seasoning. We also have burrito shells, tostada shells. And for toppings, we have nacho cheese, iceberg lettuce, tomatoes, sour cream, and shredded cheese. First, we're going to brown our beef. You're going to add it to your skillet. Takes about 5 to 6 minutes to brown the beef. My dad used to always drain the beef by taking a spoon to the pan and literally spooning out every drop of grease. It was really tedious. And then I got to college and my roommate showed me colanders. Cool. And I'm going to add the beef back to the pan once it's all drained. And we're going to go back to the stove and we're going to add taco seasoning. So with the taco seasoning mix we want to add water to it. It calls for 3/4 cup of water. We're going to add that in and the rest of the seasoning and bring it to a boil. So now our meat is all seasoned and we're going to remove it from the heat. Next thing we're going to do is get all of our toppings ready. We need to cut the lettuce. First, I'm going to remove the not so crisp part of it on top. We're just going to give it a nice couple cuts. Now some tomato. I'm going to cut out the center and give it a good dice. I always cut down the middle to make it flat on the cutting board. Get some cheese ready, some nice Mexican shredded cheese. Lots and lots of cheese, because we love it. And some sour cream. And we're finally ready to build the Crunchwrap Supreme. I'm going to take my tortilla, add some beef to it. Next, we're going to add the nacho cheese, a dollop of it, and our tostada shell. And then sour cream goes on top of the tostada shell. We're going to spread it around. And finally, tomato and cheese. So we're going to close it up, just one side at a time, folding it over. Now we're ready to make our Crunchwrap Supreme. So the folded side goes down. I'm going to pick it up, place it in there, and we're just going to cook it for about 2 minutes until it gets brown on that side. So after a long night of dancing at Shooters, don't go to Taco Bell. Take your friends home and wow them with your very own Crunchwrap Supreme. My name's Macy and this has been Campus Cooks.